527. Adult grappling, or anybody can grapple obviously in our school, Highstein team. This is our KCMMA, Team Highstein. Here to work some basic moves, just some grappling techniques, light warm up, a little stretching, and then get right into what we're doing. For part of our warm up today, we're gonna take our hands like this and do foot sweeps for judo, okay? Judo takedown. Looks funny, looks like I'm steering a car. It's that little sweep. Get the upper body warmed up. Hear my foot sliding across the floor. Good, now you step back, and sweep. Step back, sweep. And again, go your own pace. You want to slow it down and control it. That's fine. Okay, if you want to go a little faster, let it rip. Your choice. Next one, start here, a little side to side, sweep. Again, step, step, sweep. Step, step, sweep. Step, step, sweep. Trying to get them to move sideways and then hit their feet together. Nice sweep. Nice. Okay, just a little different warm up there. Do a few jumper jacks. Always good to get the body warmed up. All right, have a seat, 45 drill. Okay. Those members know what I'm talking about. Do a little side angle here. Make sure you get those hips arched up and reach. Nice. Then we'll sit forward. And we're gonna roll up, turn our body, just our body, no hands. All right, let's do a little stretching. Just to get you warmed up just a little. I know it's hot out there, so I won't overdo it. Stretching is important though, to get a little stretch in. Underrated, but important for grappling. Less likely to get injuries and tear something. It's a little more flexible when someone's grappling with you, trying to twist you all up into knots. Switch. Hopefully you have your grappling dummy here. If you have a row dummy, that's awesome. If you had one you made, that's great. We will be using the grappling dummy to demonstrate techniques. And butterfly. And legs out straight. This video is intended for Karate Connection MMA and Team Highstein members. I like to stretch the back out a little too. Do a little side stretch here. Stretch that lower back out. And other side. grab your dummy, or your neighbor, or your friend, or your dummy that you made. Okay, so a lot of times in grappling, it's always important to remember that you only reach out with intent to attack, but also reaching out causes openings. When you're grappling, when you're attacking, you want to have what we call tightness or shortness. That way you're not really making giant maneuvers or giant openings. When you're being defensive, like say this guy's on the bottom and I'm on top, he wants to make big movements so that he can fill that space himself. He creates space to fill space defensively. When I'm attacking, I want to keep everything tight so you can't see it. So sometimes when I show you stuff, I will actually open up or make more space than natural, just so you can see the technique better. It's not the way I grapple, it's definitely just to help show you sometimes. I want to explain that. A lot of people go, wow, he's really far away from the dummy, you know? Well, it's just so you can see the technique better. You want to stay tight. A lot of times we forget that. So for instance, if I'm doing a knee on belly here, and I'm on the dummy here, and I want to keep pretty tight to the sky, down like this. But see, you can't see what I'm going to be doing a lot of times. So I've got that knee on his belly, I'm going to grab his arm right here. Okay? I'm going to step over his head, fall right back, short arm bar. Now, I can grab it with two hands, or I can do what we call a choking position on it. Looks like you're choking his arm, lock it, and then grab it across, and then arch your hip up. Now, one foot is pushed in his ribs, the other one's over his head, pulling him in tight to me, squeezing my knees, and arching up. So I'm going to do the same move, but I'm going to create a little more space on purpose so you can see what I'm doing for form. This is a base move that we use all day long. It's a nice move. It's simple to do. Also, it works great for street because I'm not totally committed. I'm on him and I can see what's going on around me. I can see what's going on, so I'm going to create space here. This leg that's out to my side here, I usually keep it bent just to show you the move. Technically, I might be driving it out more, driving in like this. Okay? Now, from here, I step over. This is important. Over. See, I'm already here. Now, technically, I could just pull the arm and submit right here on a bar, pushing my hips forward. Okay? But competition-wise, we want to lay back, get a little stronger motion. Sitting back, keeping tight, locking in, lifting up. Now, I'm going to show these moves to you a couple times. I recommend to rep these moves. You know, the more times you do these, the more likely you're going to remember how to do these. I like to cover different things, so I'm not going to over-rep these tonight. I just want to get through some stuff for everybody, review and keep them going. This Monday is the holiday. And again, to all of our veterans, thank you. And all of our people in the military, thank you very much for your services. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you again. All right, so next one. Choke. Basic choke. Through. Sliding underneath the throat. Grabbing behind and crossing over. Squeeze. A lot of times people like to push the head down. Come up, cross over. Some fun there. Kudos. I was just watching, last night I was watching the Munsters. I've watched these as a kid forever. And Sensei Gene LaBelle was on an episode. It was called Herman the Great. And he was the wrestler that Herman Munster had to go against a couple of times. So he was one of the wrestlers, and it was kind of cool. Since I saw him in there, that's Sensei Gene LaBelle. It was awesome to see on that. I know he's done a lot of little parts like that. So I didn't realize he did Herman Munster, the Munsters. I didn't realize he did that one. All right, boom, boom. And again, underneath, cross grab that bicep and slide across to your shoulder. Okay, so here, sliding across, grab, and across. Now, a lot of times, when you want to do this, they'll drop their chin down. So if you go across where their temple is right there, come across that temple, it lifts it up, and then you can put that right under there and grab that bicep, and then sneak right in, okay? So a lot of times, they'll drop that chin like this. They'll drop the chin, and you really can't get underneath that. So what I want you to do is go across the temple. As you come across the temple, it's like a cross face, but you're going across this temple right here. Turning and lifting back towards you to open up that neck.
right there, I'm already touching that bicep. I come in, cross and squeeze. A lot of people like to shove that head forward. You necessarily don't want to shove it forward. You want to come across and be creating that space. And you want to tighten that gap up in there, that little V or triangle. So I'm coming across the temple, lifting him up, sliding that hand underneath. Look, it's already grabbing the bicep. And come right across and squeeze. All right, so again, come across the temple. Slip in there as you lift it up, grab the bicep, come right across. Across the temple area, lift, and boom. Now, you can actually do the choke in our system, highest end system. We have a lot of unusual chokes. I mean, you can do throat, you can do jaw, nose, temple. I mean, you can actually lock it right up on someone's temple, crank it and squeeze it. They're gonna be tapping, it's very painful. Right across the bridge of the nose and lock right in there, that hurts too. Great way to lift up their neck, and you can actually slide in, make it a nice, beautiful choke for most systems. A lot of grappling systems don't allow you, tournaments, to go across those areas. Don't know why, I guess because it's painful, but gives you some openings. You know, in the school, we always tell people don't bust the nose, go across the temple a little bit, make it uncomfortable, and then slip and grip right in. Come right across and squeeze. So that's a basic choke. Remember too, defense, right here. Coming across, he's blocking it right there. Got his hand up, kind of what we call the home alone. Preferably both hands. That way it makes it harder to get. And again, that opens up what? Arm bars, right? Don't forget that too. Okay, if I'm trying to choke on one hand, and he's only got one hand up, what do we got next? You can reach across, grab his gi, right there. Come up underneath his arm, make it a hangman choke. That's one of my favorite chokes. Why? Very effective. You got a t-shirt on, a wife beater, whatever you want to wear, a hoodie, gi, they're there all day long. So he's blocking this side here. I'm coming across, try to get it. I can't get it, so I'm just going to reach over and grab his lapel right there. Up high as I can. The other hand's going to sneak right underneath, come up behind his head. I want to lift that arm up. It looks like I'm making a lasso. And I pull that right across, and I pull. Okay? A lot of people will just pull this. You're going to pull the person right around you, okay? So make sure when you're doing this, the hand comes up underneath, behind the head, and pull. Keep this arm up, makes it more effective. You can do the choke without the arm in there, but it's a lot harder. Okay? So he's got the hand up blocking. Coming across, can't get it. I grab the gi up high. As soon as I grab that, the other hand goes underneath so he can't grab my hand. Here, and I pull right around. Doesn't matter if he has that hand there blocking now. So we're going to do it the other side. I like to do everything both sides. So he's blocking here, and I'm trying to get across. Blocking with a half of a home alone defense, only half this time. Okay? So I'm going to reach over and grab the gi up high by his ear. Other hand goes under the armpit, up behind the head, and pull. And again, the best thing to do is rep these things 10, 15 times each. Okay? I'm going nice and slow for illustrations, but get a chance, rep them out, okay? Go crossed, grab, slide underneath, grab right there, right by his ear. The hand comes up, right underneath, and we'll rotate around. Pulling the hand that just grabbed by the gi around the neck, towards you, okay? All right, so now, both hands, what do? Trying to attack, you can just go right to an arm bar. Drop, fall over, right to the arm bar. Squeeze those knees, that's important. Squeeze your knees, pull your heels in tight. You can grab the arm both hands, or you can actually do like a choke on the arm. It's a good way to get a good grip, and then arch your hips up. So every defense has an action. But again, it's important to have defenses. So again, you're here. I'm trying to choke. I'm going to go to the other side. I go under the arm. This leg stays up. This one comes over as I fall over his head. Pushing my heels down towards me, knees tight. Grabbing that in a choking position, arch your hips up. If you can't get the choke, grab the hands like this on the arm position and lift up. Again, best to do this repping over and over and over. We've done this several times. Okay. So I'm here. Got both hands up. I'm trying to come across. I got both hands up here messing with him. I go underneath, right there. And as I'm doing that, I want to fall and kick the leg over. As I kick the leg over, I can armbar right here. Okay? So as I'm doing this, if I don't get him to fall backwards, I can still armbar sideways right here. Okay? Goal is to get him to fall over, but again, you can still armbar if he doesn't fall over. Squeeze those knees, heels in, arch your hips up. Nice. Again, we're taking that back. Now, what do I do if I'm the guy on the bottom? I'm trying to do this. And I'm trying to choke him here. What do I do? It's important. Well, if I stay here long, they're going to get me with armbar or something. So as I'm choking with one hand, he should reach and say, hey, which way do I need to get out of this? So if this hand's bothering him, he wants to reach down with this hand quickly, unhook my foot, spin towards me. All right? He wants to come and confront the attack. All right? So I'm here. This hand is attacking. All right? I'm thinking about the other arm. So as I'm going for that arm, he reaches down there because it's not choking. He unhooks my foot out of his foot. He spins towards me. That's what you want to do right there. Now it's hard to do unless you have a partner. But again, just give me some ideas. That's an escape there. One of the escapes, okay? So don't forget that. All right, next one we're going to work is what we call a spider guard. And I'm going to try to give you the best angle here. Let's see. Best angle. So they're in your guard. See pretty good there. Okay. They're in your guard. It's closed. Okay. You're moving it around. You're moving them around. They sit up a little bit. You're going to take your leg out onto his hip. Slide into his armpit right there. Get a little more of an angle. Armpit here. Okay. Now, you want to hold the wrist or the gi. What we call is a bunch up and make a fist. If it's a gi. If it's not, you grab the wrist. Okay? So that's the bunch up. You want this in his armpit. This one you're going to hold into his forearm this way, or you can do a double armpit. This can be risky, but again, it's a different form of a spider. I'm going to go one down into his armpit and keep that tight to me. Now, all I got to do is push like this and rotate, and they go off. Okay? So I'm going to do the other side too to show you. In his armpit, into the forearm there. So I'm bending that arm. And what I'm going to do is lean into that arm. See that? Taking my body and I'm leaning into it, and I can roll up on him. Okay? I can roll up. I'm just kind of showing you the motion. The one that's bent, if you leave it, he can post it and stop it. If you bend it around your leg, like let him hold it almost, holding him there. As I kick up, I can lean that way, and I can roll right up on him. Okay? You see I'm almost rolling up as I'm not even trying right now. So again, that's in the armpit. Hold that gi if he has it. If not, you're grabbing the wrist. The other one goes inside the inside his arm where it bends, right in the elbow area right here. So my shin is going right in there, and I'm pulling it. Now I'm going to just push this and lean. Okay, that motion, I want to lean that direction, and then I can sit right up, go to mount, or go right to an arm bar. Okay, so again, that's just one combination with spider. Okay, another one is I'm here. What I can do, I'll do it with this leg here, just to show you. I'm here. I'm going to take his leg and kick his knee out. So if he had a knee right here, I could kick his knee right out, and that would make him fall that direction by pushing his knee. So if you happen to have a dummy with legs, you could do this. If not, you can simulate the motion. Pushing up, it's uncomfortable in his armpit. My leg goes from his elbow area down to his leg on that same side. I push the knee out. Now he has a limited amount of base there, and then I push that direction, and they'll roll off. And you can roll right up with them, which is kind of neat, little spider there. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other side. Down here, I drop the foot down. Give you a better angle here. I'm kicking the knee out and rotating up. Okay. Now spider, ways of getting there. You're in guard. You can put both knees into his chest. You can shrimp out. Stick your foot in there and get it in there. Okay? So, different ways of getting there. I'm here. I can walk my shin up. I can shrimp out. Slide my foot in here. Okay? That's one way of getting it. Now, if he grabs like this, that's actually okay too. So it's not a big deal. You know, not a big deal. Okay? He's probably going to try to do a leg lock if he does grab your leg. So you'll kind of be alert of that aspect of it. Okay? Now, a lot of times when I'm here, my other foot might be on his hip still. And sometimes I can actually just rotate that right over. And look what we have. Triangle. So you can go from spider right to triangle. Okay, so do that one again. Going back to, sometimes these dummies aren't the most cooperative. I'd say I got you on screen, still good, okay. All right, so I'm here. I'm gonna shrimp out. Get that foot up there. Get my other foot on his hip. I'm gonna kick through and pull. That back of my knee goes behind his head. This leg comes over. This arm crosses over. There's your triangle right there, pulling that across. If you leave it like that, his defense is here. His defense is here. So we're gonna try to pull that across the same side. And pull down the head and squeeze. All right, so again, I'm gonna do it other side. So I'm here, I shrimp out, leg up here. The shrimp gives me the distance to stick my foot in there. Okay, this one goes on his hip. I kick this over, and I pull that arm across. So there's my dummy's head. I'm pulling his arm across. That's behind his neck. This foot comes over, just like that. I did it nice and slow so you could see it. Pull and lock. So you can do it both sides, don't forget that. Nice, easy transition. So we're covering spider guard to triangle, spider guard to sweeps. We covered knee on belly earlier to armbar. We've also covered chokes, choke defense, a couple different ways of getting to the choke. We also covered hangman choke, okay? And then, of course, choking to armbar, okay? So great positioning to have fun with it. Another form to do too, a lot of times when you're in this position, knee to knee, and you're grappling, this hand tells you what to do. If they grab here and hang on tight, that's his arm bar. They grab up here, this is arm bar on a different arm bar, okay? So don't totally freak out. So when they grab you, it kind of tells you what to do. It's the way their body moves, okay? So when you're knee to knee or sitting or standing even, the hand position tells you what your next move is. Don't forget that, okay? So we're gonna start with this one up here, grabbing up high, all right? So what I'm gonna do, if I'm in this knee to knee position, I'm kind of sitting here because I'm short. I'm gonna rotate and bring my arm right up here. I'm gonna turn this way and fall. And bring my knee right up to his elbow and arm bar. So what I'm doing, give you another angle here, I'll do it on the other side. When it's up here, he goes to push, I'm bringing my knee out, and I'm coming right up to his elbow with my knee. Now this arm is up on my neck already because he grabbed it. So I'm coming up, and I'm pressing into his elbow with my knee, pushing down on his elbow. Okay? He thinks he's pushing you over as long as you control the speed and timing. Great. We'll get into that more next week. I'll see everybody Monday. Don't forget, a lot of these techniques you can look up on YouTube. Norm Yonkers, the channel. But check it out. Everybody did a great job today. Hope everybody enjoyed themselves. If you ever have questions, just post up and I'll hit you up and go from there. Alrighty, Chi. Ray. See you later. Whoa. I'll throw my dummy out of the way. Jamata.